Gameoration.
What is going on, guys? It's Taylor.
And it's your boy Dre.
Welcome to another edition of Gameoration. Dre, have you ever had to work on your car? By chance? Like, first, like, you work on your car, like, you know, like, go to YouTube, find somebody out how to do something, and, like, worry that you might fuck it up?
I have done some random car stuff, but nothing beyond really just changing my battery.
Oh, even that, I wouldn't never fucking touch.
Yeah, I changed my battery. I've like taken off all the cushions of the chairs to try to find stuff that had dropped on, and then they reconnect all that wiring.
Shit.
I've changed my air filters, but that's not difficult in the car. The most annoying thing I ever had to do was change my radio in my old car, because changing the radio, well, that too. But changing the radio involved me having this is like just me changing the radio.
Yeah.
In my old car, I had to pull off the entire front deck.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't just like the square where the radio goes. No, it was the entire front deck had to come off.
Oh, shit.
Install the radio, and the whole front deck had to come on. And that's just how...
The ice cream truck? The ice cream truck or before that?
Before that. It was like my old car.
Gotcha.
Like, that was just how you had to do it. Like, I looked it up online. Like, if you're in this car, this is how you install radio. And it was like, the entire front panel had to come. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, you better square up a day.
And where I was at, and so I did that. If I knew then what I knew now, I would just drill a fucking hole and install it that way, because that was ridiculous. Like, we're talking about like behind the steering wheel, all the way to the right side.
Yeah, I got you.
The entire thing had to come off. I would just drill the hole.
You got to see all the bits and pieces.
I had a tool. And that was like the owner's manual. Like, you want to install a stereo, huh? Well, take the entire front deck off.
Jesus.
That stereo did get fucking stolen.
Oh, shit.
And as I mentioned, to get that stereo out, the whole deck had to come out. So someone pulled my stereo out. It pulled off the entire fucking deck. And was the most aggravating thing about that. It was next...
You came home, you came to your car with the deck out?
Yeah. It was like basically pulled slightly out. So like all that stuff back there exposed. And my stereo was missing. And then that day I had to drive to Palmdale from where I live. Was like 2 hours away.
Jesus.
So like it was basically silence while I listened to nothing. Oh,
just
man.
Your own thoughts?
Yeah, and I was just like blood boiling. It was
your own angry, vengeful, evil thoughts.
I would.
That's how supervillains are made.
I could have killed somebody so easily that day. I was so like
no jury would convict me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would. I think the dude who I'd be killing, like, man, I understand. Because I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad they didn't break my fucking window. That would have been the icing on the cake. They broke the window, then installed it, and then pulled that shit out. And it was a cheap stereo too. It wasn't even like anything expensive. It was like, dude, I could have bought you fucking one for $50.
Really? Wow.
You bitch, I'm still mad about it to this day.
Sorry, I didn't mean to you opened old wounds.
Sorry. Yeah. So I did. I dabbled in that area. I want to do this thing with I'm leasing my car now.
Okay.
My next car might actually be leased too, so I don't want mine to do it. But I wanted to install a fiber optic, like a starlight thing on my roof ceiling. I've seen some cars with this where they take fiber optics and they install like a light show on top. I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Is that illegal?
Why? What would be legal?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're talking inside your car, not outside.
Inside, yeah, no, not outside.
For some reason, like outside, like you're talking about.
The ceiling in the car is spider optic. I don't know. That'd be cool. So I can just lay back and look at the quote unquote look at the stars.
I bought some like lights, some like wire lights where you're supposed to connect inside somewhere, and then run it like along your floorboard and stuff, and all around like inside your car to light up. Yeah, I fucking never. I got it. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to even start or how to fuck it up. And I'm pretty sure I break something because I get frustrated easily and I break things. That's just my frustration. And then my main focus is from there. Like if I can't do it, I get mad. I just fucking smash it. I'm the goddamn Hulk. I smash things. I break things. I'm like, I'll throw it away.
That, but I definitely.
I just
feel
I'm
that
horrible
aggravation.
That way. But no, but
I did buy. To cut you off. I did once buy all the parts for a subwoofer to a car, and like the amount of time and energy I was putting into like trying to get it installed, and it was like, I gotta cut through here, gotta do this. I was like, you know what, I don't fucking care. So I just sold it. Like I bought all the stuff, had it sitting there for like a year before I said, I don't fucking care. I just sold it off to like parts, like get my money back because I was not gonna do it. Like there was a part like I guess because like there weren't like instructions on how to do it, just like suggestions on how to do it.
It's before YouTube.
This was before YouTube. Like it was like around the time YouTube had just started, but no one had fucking subwoofer with it. It was just like and like it was like kind of scary too. Like it was like, oh, they need to attach this to the battery, and they're like suggesting like if you don't do it right, it could drain the battery. And it was just like, oh god, like I'm gonna fuck up my car. It's gonna be my fault.
Yep.
And then like I'm not gonna know how to fucking fix it outside of undoing what I did. And my homeboy who was supposed to help me with it, he kind of like bailed on me, or like he just never got around to it. It was just fine. Like it's not his fault.
Yeah.
But like I had bought all the stuff, and I was like, I'm not prepared to do this. Like I'm not comfortable doing this. It's not something I'm familiar with doing. Like if you told me, gave me some parts and said, hey, put this on a computer, I know my way around a computer, right? I can feel comfortable. Like, okay, this didn't work. It might be this at the third. A car is like a fucking alien to me, right? Like an alien spaceship. Yeah. So you're like, oh yeah, stick this thing into that alien spaceship over there. And like, I don't know how shit works. So I was like, okay, well, I give up. And I gave up. So yeah, I've been there too.
So I only asked because recently, like my AC has not been, well, my AC blows out air, right? But it's not hot air per se, but it's almost like room temperature air.
In your car?
Yeah, my car.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. So I went through, I'm like, oh, maybe your filter. So I went through and I got a new filter, opened the glove compartment, replaced the filter, nothing. Well, shit. And then, so like, oh, it might be refrigerant. I'm like, refrigerant? I never heard of that. So I looked up online, I'm like, oh, it's refrigerant. Went there to my, local place to buy shit, and I got it. And then, so I'm like, hey, by chance, I'm like, if I give you like $20, can you show me like, cause I looked up online how to do it, but there's a lot of things like there's a lot of videos like contradict each other, and like, oh, don't, it's like one says that don't follow directions on the can, they're wrong, do this instead, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh fuck, great, I don't want to fuck anything up, and I don't want to really mess anything. So I went through, and you're supposed to find like these two hoses, one for high pressure, one for low pressure. Low pressure is wait for the AC, high pressure is you don't. And also the thing is like there's a little nozzle that attaches on, and it won't even fit on the high pressure if it's on low pressure. I'm okay, well, I found low pressure, but it was like behind my fucking engine where my car is, so it sucks because my engine's it's hot, and I'm like, I don't want to burn myself. That was my biggest thing. So I'm asking the guy, I'm like, hey, if I give you like $20, will you show me? He's like, no, we can't do anything. We can't help you out. Like we can do batteries, we can do lights, but we can't do anything. Great. So,
on that same thing, I was so fucking annoyed. I bought a battery from Costco. To get installed. Yeah. Got there, bought the battery. Like, oh yeah, we don't install those. I'm like, what do you mean you don't install batteries? He's like, yeah, we don't. I'm pretty sure someone fucking installed the battery, got shocked, and they're like, well, policy now is we don't install them. Yeah. So like, I bought the fucking battery from Costco, expecting them to install. So when I bought fucking tire, I think I bought the tires and the battery at the same time. Yeah, we install tires. Yeah, no problem. Battery? Nah, homie. Nah. You gotta take it somewhere. And I'm like, what the fuck do? I don't know anything on installing a battery. I've changed battery in my old car, but my new one, this is an electric car, so like it's a little bit different, right? I forget even how I got it installed. I called somebody, or I drove it to somewhere and had them do shit for me. I was just annoyed.
O'Reilly's, and they did it for me there.
Yeah,
I was on O'Reilly's. They did the batteries there for you. As long as you buy them from there.
Yeah, I was just annoyed because I bought the fucking battery from there, and they're like,
it makes sense that they would do that, but no, I guess they were tire store only.
Yeah.
But so I bought the refrigerant, and I was like, okay, well, let me install it. Let me do it. So I go home. And then I'm okay. So I'm like, it says wear glasses, we're like eyewear and like gloves. I'm okay. But then like I said, like I found the hose behind my engine. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna end up burning myself. If I feel like I'm gonna burn myself, I put my hand back there, and if I move a little bit to the right, my back of my hand, my arms gonna get touch the engine. It's gonna be hot because it says you have to turn your car on, put the AC on to fill the refrigerant.
It is that dangerous.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So I go through. I unscrew the cap. The biggest thing also, my fear was unscrew the cap, it falls down, find it again. I'm like, Craig, what do I do if I have no fucking cap? What's gonna happen there? Luckily, I what's up?
I unscrewed something the other day. It was a microphone at work. These are expensive, like $200 microphones. Yeah. I screwed. The first thing I did was drop the screw.
Jesus.
I haven't seen it that dead. So now it's a fucking $200 screwdriver with only 3 screws because I fucking dropped one and I couldn't find it.
Jeez.
So I know. I'm just saying. I know the pain. Like you're like shit. If I drop this, I'm never seeing that shit again.
Yeah, and but like, you can use a mic with 2 screws. Like I can't. I don't know what's gonna happen if my car is gonna have a cap missing inside with this low pressure tube going to my AC unit. And I'm like, Jesus. Like I was kind of sweating there. I took it off, put it set aside, turned my car on. And then it's like, oh, hook up the hose, and then it's like an air pressure gauge where it'll tell you like how much air you have. So I put it in, and there's a white section is low, green section is you're good, Then yellow means like, don't do that, and red means fucking don't stop filling it up. And then so I pop it in. I'm like, cool. So I pop it in, and
it's like you're building a nuclear bomb.
It goes to green. I'm like, the way it already has refrigerant. I'm like, why the fuck is it blowing out warm air? So, but it's on like the low end of the green. I'm like, oh, well, maybe if I spray it, and if I spray inside, and then maybe if it gets to maybe the mid green, I'll be happy there. Maybe something happens, maybe it's not detecting it fully. So I go through and I spray it. The little needle doesn't move. I'm like, oh, that's not good. And so I spray. It says spray like 10 seconds straight. So I spray 10 seconds straight. And I'm spraying. Let go. Look, needle has not fucking moved. And I'm like, well, I don't want to. What if it's not reading it properly? I'm overcharging my AC unit now. I don't want to do that because it says no. Be careful. Do never overcharge your AC. I'm like, well, fuck, man. Like I gotta pick up my daughter a couple hours. Like I don't want to. Like I'm nervous now. I'm like, what am I doing? Because I'm just like, I don't know. And I start second guessing myself. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm fine. I'll fucking live, and I'll go pay for, if need be, I'll pay for my AC to get replaced or whatever, or fixed by a dealer or whatever it may be, or somewhere in the area. I live in a place full of places where guys of different variable of legitimacy can actually be like purchased,
I got you,
legal or not. But well, cool. Plus, I have a mobile mechanic that can come to my house as well. So I'm okay. So turn my engine off. I'm like, okay, let me unhook the stupid nozzle. Don't unhook it, and it's stuck. I'm like, oh fuck, man, what now? So I'm here trying to unhook it, and I'm trying to pull it, right? I'm like, there has to be some kind of release on there to unhook it, and like, I can't find it. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Seriously? So then I start getting like, the way I start getting frustrated and getting mad. I'm like, no, I can't break it because this is important to my car. I cannot break this part. It's be a very expensive break. So end up, for like 5 minutes, I'm trying to get it up. I move my hand a little bit forward. I found a little latch, and I hit it, and then it unlocks. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, fuck, I wonder if I did anything. So I put everything away, and I go in my car, turn on the AC. 2 minutes later, it got cold air, like colder. I'm like, the fuck, really? Like, was that all it took? Was that like was something blocked or something? I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm manliest man in the world today. So
yeah,
I was so excited. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know. Like, was the gauge broken or was it really? I didn't know. And so, but yesterday and today, I tested out, and then I still had cold air because I went to go pick up my daughter right from school, but then I didn't have the cold air. And I was in the car playing my Switch because I had something to play with, and while I wait there, and I got out of the car, and my whole left side of my shirt was drenched with sweat, and the point where like, fuck, I can smell myself. That's disgusting. And I had to go walk to pick up my daughter. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about people, but still, like, I was kind of embarrassed, like, just walking with a big old, like, huge sweat stain on one side of my shirt. So luckily yesterday I was able to be okay, and I got that done. But yeah, that was all. That was my little story about kind of redoing my refrigerant. It was something I'd never heard of.
I grew up poor, and I'm always like, because in my house my AC went out.
Your house?
Yeah, in my house, the AC just stopped blowing AC. It was blowing warm air, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay, I don't want to fucking pay, but we called a repair guys, and well, first we called a fucking home insurance, right? Warranty insurance, whatever the fuck. We pay some shit. We pay somebody some money every year for some reason, and they're like, oh yeah, well that's not our problem. Like,
we don't cover that shit.
Yeah, I was like, what do we pay these people?
We don't insure that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So had to call around. Now that as I officially start feeling old, I had to call around like, okay, man, who I can call about my AC? And like, you just basically Google that shit. Like, you go to the website, and basically the website says like, oh yeah, just try some call any of these local repairmen, so call them all up. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna cost like $400 for us to investigate. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. And we actually, do we pay somebody? No, we saw a guy out there testing.
Out there.
He was doing something with something else, and I asked him, like, look, man, I don't have any money. Can you just look at this and tell me what you think is wrong with it? And he was like, oh, let me put some refrigerant in it. And he did that and didn't see the solid issue. He's like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, well, thank you. He's like, I can taste that the refrigerant because I just filled that up for you. And yeah, I don't know what the issue is. That's fine.
Yeah.
Eventually looked it up and saw it was like something like try replacing the capacitor. So I did that.
Flux.
Yeah, and it fixed the issue. Actually, I was just excited that I did not have to spend $400 just to have somebody else look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's the capacitor. It's gonna cost you like another $400. I bought a capacitor online for like $40.
Jesus.
And then like installed it and then
hit yourself in the arm.
Tested it all.
Yeah, the man.
No, I was just fucking shocked that it worked. I was like, oh, that was it, huh? I was like, oh, cool. And now our fucking water cooler keeps going an error message, and I looked it up, and it's like, oh, this capacitor. It's like, god damn it.
Another one?
Yeah, but I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't know if because the AC has a thing you can just remove. The water heater does not have a thing you remove. You have to take the whole thing out and take it apart. So I was like, do I actually want to try it?
Are you that?
Because like
savvy?
you can Google, you can Amazon capacitor, and like a bunch of it show up. That did not show up for this unit, so I was like, damn, now I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I got to that point. Like, we have a fan also in our house that just stopped going out, or it stopped. It's a super fan basically. Like, it takes all the hot air in the house and shoots it through the ceiling roof.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The ceiling roof.
Yeah. It's like if you hit it, it goes on for like an hour and then it turns off. But now it only stays on for like 2 minutes before it turns off. So
gotcha.
Looked it up online and you say it's a capacitor. So I was like, okay, I can replace this.
It's amazing capacitors going for everything.
No. I climbed up in the ceiling to like look at it, but it was that shit. I don't even know how I'm supposed to fix. Like, it's these two giant fans that are in there. Like, they're like about the size of like a beach ball, like that wide fans. Yeah. But I can't figure out I would have to take that shit apart too to replace the capacitor. I was like, okay.
YouTube.
So now we gotta call a repairman for those two things to see if they do it and how much it's gonna cost. But yeah, getting old sucks is the point of my story. But I just
there's an app you can actually people that contract like out for shopping.
There's Handy, there's TaskRabbit, and then there's Fiverr. But Fiverr's mostly digital, but I think you can do.
I think Handy is not a thing enough. Like, people do like hand repair, like home repairs and shit like that.
Yeah, but those things.
You just call my brother-in-law and you.
Yeah, I might do that because I don't want to.
Ask. He's an electrician.
Okay.
He will be able to assist.
Well, I looked it up. It's a capacitor.
He's the same one that helped out with the lights here in the studio.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm saying I looked it up. It says it's probably the capacitor.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be.
He's always up for a task. There's something to do. He's always interested.
I will look him up because they definitely need it. Here's the problem.
He's asked me.
And it's not that I don't trust your cousin. You say your brother? Brother-in-law. It's not that I don't trust your brother-in-law, but let's say your brother-in-law fucks up something. I can't hate you and your own brother-in-law.
You gotta pick one.
Yeah. So that's why I always like to hire people I don't know. That way I can easily hate or sue them if shit goes wrong.
No, he's actually legitimately very technical, and he was the when he first went to his he graduated from like years and years ago from being like an apprentice, whatever. He got apprentice of the year. He was the whole company. Like,
I'm just saying, like, let's say like I hire your cousin and like he does his best and that shit explodes, right? It might not even be his fault, but it's like, well, fuck, I can't sue you. Like, now I'm gonna have problems.
Okay. All right, Jake. I get it. You don't want to ask my brother-in-law. It's fine. It's fine. We'll sit here with a cool air in our house. It's fine. But yeah, you had a topic of something regarding my shirt in Star Wars, or you can ask about the Mandalorian Grogu. As of right now, we've only got one trailer showing a couple things where Mando and Grogu go out and go on adventures and so forth.
I got you. Yeah. So I had a question for you specifically about Star Wars, because the new Star Wars. I mean, I haven't even watched the last season of Mandalorian. I'm kind of behind. I did watch Andor. Okay. I haven't watched Ahsoka yet. Okay. I haven't even finished that yet.
Yep.
Did I? I don't even think if I started. Yeah, I watched Acolyte. I thought that was interesting. Interesting concept. Wasn't the best in the world, and it has some hits or misses. I hate the fact that they killed all the Jedi in that movie because they hired
Daphne King.
Yeah, they hired like some big actors. I was like, oh, cool. They're gonna be like to me, it's like when you
a paycheck.
When you get that Star Wars shit, like shit. Now I'm in the Star Wars universe, and they fucking kill you off. Like fuck, I can't come back now.
It's worse getting killed off screen. Yeah. That's one of the biggest insults.
It's like fuck, you hire me, like I do job. To me, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking in this shit now. I'm in all the Star Wars movies, and they kill you off like that. So now, at best, you can be in the comics because they can still, or you can do prequels, I guess.
Yeah, but you can't get paid for that. You can't be like my likeness or whatever. You can be something similar.
Yeah, so that sucks for me. I was just know. I was like, damn it, they killed that guy. But anyway, and then the newest show is Darth Maul again. And I was like, dude, did they just keep running this Darth Maul like the whole Clone Wars?
It's all mob stuff right now.
Yeah, so I'm just saying,
and also,
are you happy with Star Wars right now? Because I'll take it as a Star Trek. I'm a both Star Wars and Star Trek fan. Star Trek is like they haven't been doing the best, but they're doing their thing. Like you can say like they're really putting
like,
effort.
was it Lower Decks and all that stuff? You didn't like that?
No, I did.
Oh.
I'm saying they're doing it. Like they're trying some different shit, and like
changing worlds.
Strange New Worlds is fire.
I never was a big Star Wars Trek fan because I never got into it.
Yeah,
but I really enjoyed Discovery.
Yeah, I like Discovery. It didn't do that well.
Yeah.
What Discovery did was it brought Star Trek to the future.
Yeah.
So now like it's like one of those things like how do we make some stories without affecting other universe? Like we just show them super far in the future.
I really like Picard. I really enjoyed it.
No, the first season was fire. The second season was whack. The third season was really fire. Like they put a bow on it. Like that shit is fire. So I'm just saying like Star Trek. I'm gonna be fucking confusing this whole day. Star Trek is actually doing this thing. Like they're like taking like their IP and they're like trying some new shit. It's not all fire, but they're doing pretty well. I actually enjoyed Academy. I can see why some people don't like it, so it's only gonna get 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Discovery. I can see why people didn't like it, but I enjoyed it enough. Lower Decks was pretty funny.
Black lead, that way, Dre?
No, it was
the woman.
It was just like they kept kind of like going in circles and like.
Was it the Red Angel or whatever it was?
That was weird. But to me, they do this thing where like one, they cannot just throw them in the future. That way, it's like again, so like we don't want to bother and deal with any other thing.
Yeah.
We'll just put you so far in the future that anything you do doesn't matter anymore because it's done in the past. But that's fine. Like I said, I do enjoy the show.
About that shit.
I hate shows. Not hate. I hate is a strong word. I dislike the whole plot line. Like we go into this alternate universe where everyone's just evil versions of ourselves. It's like a fun story for a child. And I was like, okay, we're past this. Like if you go to an alternate universe, it should just be different. Not just like,
you put Star Trek at a higher level, a bar than Star Wars.
Yes. Star Wars is basically
fantasy.
Well, yeah, fantasy western with evil king, darkness, Big Darky Dark, and the heroes.
Black Tray.
And the heroes are Angel McAngel face, and like we are the guys. And Star Trek is more like politics. Like okay, like we have to respect your politics, but how do we do that? Well, you know, like. Our mission is this, and your mission is that. Like we're gonna try to respect you. We're gonna try to find a compromise when there is one. And there might not be one.
Okay.
Where Star Wars is like the guy who's using that dark side. He's probably evil. The people using the light side, they're probably the good guys, right? There's really no nuance. It's just like darkies and lighties, and then like
I can't use that term. You can.
Yeah. But like I like Star Trek, but it's a fantasy like for kids basically. But Star Trek. It holds to a standard because they actually like deal with more. I won't say more serious, but they have to like more nuance because they're trying to represent like a real world where Star Wars they don't have to do that shit. They can magic. The whole thing is like based on magic. Okay. Granted, Star Trek deals with magic every now and then too.
Like the Orville. I really like the Orville.
Orville was cool.
They had some not dark subjects, but they had some like really like hard hitting, like heart wrenching stories. Yeah. Stuff,
but So Star Trek, I think they're doing their thing. Like they are really taking this IP. Like they have the Star Trek movies, which it was rumored, maybe not finalized, but it's heavily rumored that there will be a 4th movie coming out of CinemaCon
with
Chris Pine. Yeah, I don't know if everyone's there, but it's rumored that Chris Pine, allegedly. But like, I actually like those movies. Like say like, that took the IP.
I actually watched the first Star Trek reboot, or I guess Star Trek twice. I watched it being my wife.
Like I thought
my mom went to go see it
because they basically took Star Trek, kind of made it Star Warsy and exciting, and like he brought it to a new audience. That shit was fire. It's like they took this nerdy ass shit that you weren't getting bitches with if you were down with Star Trek back then. They made that shit hot.
Okay.
So I'm saying like Star Trek has really been like doing this thing, like Lower Decks, Star Trek Academy, Strange New World, Discovery, and Picard. Oh. To me, if you like were to average them out, 8 out of 10, all those shows, like they were good.
Okay.
Star Wars, on the other hand, I actually like Book of Boba. I don't see what the fuck's anyone's problem with the Book of Boba.
Well, it's because it was Book of Boba Fett halfway through, and then it was like back to Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't see what people say.
Boba Fett unfortunately couldn't. Yeah. I'm not sure if they didn't have any confidence that he couldn't carry a full season. or like that's all we can think of the story. Let's go back to what we know.
Yeah, like we're out. Like I really enjoyed the Clone Wars. Like I think that's probably the best thing that came out of Star Wars in the last like 20-ish years. The last Star Wars movie, the Skywalker Rise, it's not that great, right? The movie before that wasn't that great either. I liked Acolyte, but there's some, I can see why people didn't like it. I don't see why people hated on it as much.
Black lead.
Yeah.
Black twin lead.
But I liked it. Overall, I liked it. To me, that season could have worked. There were like two or three more rewrites. It would have been way better.
Okay.
Andor was cool, but kind of like confusing. Like
I did not understand the first season. Second season, the final season, I watched them. Okay, now I understand it. I followed it. I really liked it.
I liked it, but it's definitely like it felt like Star Trek.
The worst part was like I watched my mom asked me, she's like, oh yeah, and this is this, do you and this. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, whoa, and this is this. And she started going through like the story. She's like, oh, this happened, this with the character. I'm like, fuck, like you understood it more than I did.
Yeah.
Like so, like I'm asking you questions now.
I watched it and I still like at times was like, man, I'm lost in who these fucking characters are, or what their point was.
I'm not sure how she took her memory isn't all that great sometimes, but I'm not sure how she took care. Like she handled everything, but she knew front to back what was going on. No. But she just wanted clarification on a couple things and from the how it tied into the stories.
I like what they were trying to do, but yeah, I was confused as fuck at times. And then there was like, what was the kid one? Skeleton Walkers.
Oh, the Skeleton Crew.
That show had some hits and miss to me. I overall like it. Yeah, Urkel. And he didn't die, so he can technically be in the next Star Wars movie. But like I was just like, I saw the new thing was Darth Maul, blah 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 blah.
Lord.
Yeah, and I was like, seriously, are they really just going back to this Clone Wars pit? Like, so I'm just asking because you're wearing your Empire Strikes Back shirt.
I am.
Are you happy with the direction or the recent Star Wars thing? Like I
mean, it's
sorry, before you go, I'm just like, because the last thing is the last
question ended. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I just want to bring one more point before I ask it, because I just thought when I asked my question, I just thought of a point I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Because like the Mandalorian is fun, right? But it's just like a boy. It's like a boy and his new dog, right? That's a whole story. Mandalorian.
Grogu, huh?
Yeah. Damn. Like it's like he makes this cute little dog and they're going on their adventures and it's fun, but it's not that much substance to me. Like they were making a whole movie. Like
Adventure Tintin.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the Adventure Tintin. It's like a boy and his dog. It's like, okay, how far? Like I get that there's this cute little baby Yoda, and how far can they really take this story? Like, and again, I haven't watched the last season of Mandalorian, so maybe there is a story there, and I missed it, so I don't know. But are you happy with Star Wars in its current form?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I really do enjoy it. I like Mandalorian. Like you'll see, you'll see. I won't spoil it for you. What you'll see.
Go ahead, spoil it. I mean,
you'll see the Darksaber. It'll make an appearance, and like you'll see that whole Mandalorian. Like.
I did see Katie Shekel. She's like she plays Bo-Katan or one of the Katans.
Yeah.
And was it Moss Ferengi? Mos Eisley, he wasn't there?
Mos Eisley, no. Mos Eisley is the Cantina.
Oh,
making a joke.
The dude who Gus Fring, wasn't he? Didn't he get Sober?
He's a Darksaber, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He was one. But yeah, that was really cool. I enjoyed that. That was really a fun little story kind of beat. Seeing the actual fucking the Mandalorian, like seeing the Mandalorian, like the actual like the beast that fucking makes Mandalorian, like seeing that as a quick like. It was a metaphor, but it was also real. It was really cool. Like it really exists. Of course, anything can exist in the Star Wars universe. But I the one thing the one like the first season was cool. The second season was like Visions, where they kind of like they kind of branched out in these little mini stories.
Yes, I wish they would have ran with. Do you remember when this is like a random topic? I probably even said this when we talked about it last day.
What's up?
Do you remember that show, like, way back when there was on Cartoon Network, they had Cartoon?
Yeah.
And it was basically a bunch of pilot episodes of different cartoons. It just didn't say it was that.
Uh-huh.
But, like, Dexter's basically, they started making more of those, and then...
Powerpuff Girls?
Powerpuff Girls. Like, it was like that.
Bravo and all that stuff, yeah.
That's what I was hoping that was. I was hoping that, like, oh, okay, they're just testing the waters. Because they had one of them was like it was like a samurai Jedi's. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I liked that one. And there was some other ones I liked.
I want to say that in that one, I think it was the first episode. Like the first one, like He almost has like an umbrella that turns into a lightsaber.
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Okay.
It was like he was like a samurai, and it was like he was like a samurai Jedi, but he was basically rocking a dark saber,
Yeah.
like the dark side saber, and he was like attacking other Jedi that were rocking dark side sabers. Like, oh, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, like it was something different. Plus the style I liked.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that they were just like playing the waters. Like, okay, let's see which one of these like gets like picked up.
Take
Like,
social media to see which one got picked, what most clicks, or whatever.
And it just didn't. Nothing came of it, and it was like, oh, that sucks.
I think it's just a bunch of like side stories that like of non canonical, I guess, or just kind of just like just not that don't really fit to the main story that you and I would, the general audience would know in the movies.
And I think that's where you have to go with it now. You can't just keep fucking making stories about Luke Skywalker and his friends.
Yeah.
Like Mandalorian, even they've kind of like, granted they're going Mandalore, but they're trying to get away from. I mean, maybe not. I guess he is a baby Yoda.
Yeah, you think of Grogu as a baby Yoda. That's what they named him.
I still okay. Did you like the name? I still think Grogu is a fucking terrible name.
I mean, it's a name.
That it is. Yes.
Like, I
agree with that part.
I mean, it has to have something. They can't name your name's not Baby Yoda, or it's like only because they named him Baby Groot, and that was actually his name is Groot, but it's Baby Groot.
Yeah, I'm just saying they could have gave him any name. Like they could have called him Yoda, not Yoda,
but
not like
Yondu. That's North
like Detonal or something. I don't know. Fucking Lisa. Shit. Who cares? But Grogu just sounds. I would clown anyone whose name was Grogu.
Well, Yoda's sister's name is Yaddle.
Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Just a Yaddle, but the E at the end.
And they should have ran with that. Like all Yodas
start with Ya.
Yeah, like yeah.
Or Yo.
And like
Yoda.
So like Yoda's real name is just Duh, and like Yaddle's real name is like Dul, and it's just like a surname or something like that. Or like Yo is like, oh, you're from House of Yo, and your name's Da. It was like, oh, so that they could have created some new lore or something, or maybe that's what they're doing. Grogu, his name's truly just Goo. It's from the House of Grow. Goo from House of Grow.
The Grow and Yo. The Grow Yo.
Yeah. I see.
I don't really mind all the expanded universe because all it is expanded universe telling different stories because the Star Wars is a huge universe. I mean, it's not just one planet. There's multiple planets, multiple everything. Like it can go on forever. Like there's never not going to be a planet that cannot be expanded upon. Each planet has multiple areas that have people living there of different races, creeds, what have you. Some are force sensitive that they haven't, whatever, they don't know. Some are evil. There'll always be an antagonist, protagonist somewhere in the world, something going on. It's fun. Like I still enjoy it. I still enjoy the story. I still enjoy the characters. I enjoy the references to the main characters. I enjoy the with Shadow Lord. Like there's no spoiler, but like they have like these two Jedi under hiding. And they come across Maul, and Maul wants to have one of them as his apprentice. He feels her. He feels her out like as an apprentice.
That's like his story.
But later on, you see them fighting together against like some big baddie. It almost looks like Cat Bane with like a skull mask. It looks actually pretty cool.
Cat Bane.
But with a small. It looks like him, but with a skull mask. But that's really cool, and I really look forward to that part in the season where it gets that part. It's still exciting to me. I still like Star Wars. Still like the whole fantasy part of it. I still like Jedi. I still like the Force, and lightsabers.
Yeah, I'm saying the concept of Star Wars still excites me. I just don't think they've. I really feel like they're just knocking their heads against walls, and they don't know what to do with Star Wars. And they just come up with like some. I just think
there's no like I'm sure like. Star Wars has a Bible that it goes by. Bible's not Bible. I'm saying, but every story has a story Bible. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Every writer has every show you've loved, movie you watched, or whatever that has like it's called a Bible. It tells you exactly who the characters are, what the motivation is, blah blah. It has them. You have to go by this. Like this is the Bible. This is where you go by, and then you build upon from there. So there is no end to the Star Wars Bible. I mean, I'm sure there's some to like the main characters, the main movies, where certain characters can't do certain things that just happen to be that way. But I mean,
I think the Skywalker and all the lore that's attached to him is really holding Star Wars back. If I had to agree, I think so. Like,
but there hasn't been a Skywalker since.
No, I'm saying like the Skywalker.
Ever since like Kenobi, because they brought back Darth Vader. Then
what I'm saying was Kenobi in Darth. I'm saying like those to me that's just a story. That's just like what's the word? Spinoff. That's just a spinoff of the Star Wars, and I actually don't mind Kenobi. And like the whole those dudes with the spinning swords. It starts with an I. Imperials, no, Imposter.
Imperials, I thought it was like the
Inquisitors.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but to me that's all just leaning, like it's all tracing that back to that. Like they need to get beyond that.
Okay.
Like the entire skeleton crew, it didn't feel like it was any like obviously it's part of Star Wars, but it didn't feel like it didn't.
It was like Goonies in space.
Yeah, like it didn't feel like it connected back to this. Star Wars main, like let's call it just the main story. Yeah, the main family. It sounded like outside of there being like a Republic planet, possibly. So technically it is, but it just didn't feel like it. Like it felt like they'd actually separated from it far enough where it felt like it was its own thing.
Yeah.
And like Visions, that's why I enjoyed Visions, and then like because all those stories didn't feel like they're all hinging on this whole main family. So I honestly think like that's why I like the games so much. A lot of the games, except they kind of go back to Jedi, which kind of Jedi still springs from that, but you can technically be pre that and like it just happened to be Jedi. But they don't feel like they are like hinging on this whole like Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Republic, rebellion story. Like I just think they need to get as far away from that as possible, and I just keep coming up with new stories to anchor back to that. Like Darth Maul goes back to Palpatine, which goes back to the main story, or Ahsoka goes back to the Clone Wars, goes back to the main story, and what was the other one?
Like it's like a family tree, it branches off.
Yeah, exactly. I think they need to move away from that tree, right?
Goddamn new tree.
like Star Trek I was talking about earlier. Sure, Federation, but they seem to be like so far removed from like maybe because they don't have like a key
Enterprise. There's no Enterprise anymore.
Like they're not like connected to like we'll say Strange New Worlds takes place around Kirk's time, right? So that makes sense. But like Picard and Kirk, while they were in the same Star Trek universe, it wasn't like everything Picard did that was like reaching back to the days of Kirk, right?
Yeah.
Or like Deep Space Nine, Voyager, like not good examples because they take all place in the same time period. So technically they all exist in the same realm. Like Discovery, like sure, Federation, but it wasn't like, oh, back in the day, Kirk this, that. They would talk about them, but it's not like their actions, we're gonna eventually come back to this whole Republic thing. Like they feel like their tree feels like it technically Federation tree, but like farther branch out.
Yeah.
Whereas Star Wars feels like everything kind of goes
big bush.
back. Yeah, right. like it's like a giant bush. It just kind of goes right back to like right back where we started. So I feel like they just need to like if it has to be like we have to forego using the word Jedi and like Sith, like we can get away from that, and it still can be like light side of the Force, dark side of the Force. Just a different part of the universe.
So I mean, I would say that because old stories are now as known as expanded universe, or lore or legends. Actually, Star Wars legends, like they're not canonical, but they're like it's these legends that happen, whatever, or like made up or in that story. But I would, and I'm sure there has been, because I'm sure I'm not the first person to fucking think of this. But what about a force sensitive person who doesn't identify as Sith or Jedi, just happens to be force sensitive? They can't teach themselves.
Are you trying to say force sensitive? Damn, I was trying to make a gender binary joke with force sensitive, but I couldn't come up with one in time.
No.
I was trying so hard, like trans sensitive or whatnot. I was trying.
It's called force sensitive when you're for you're for whoever.
No, I'm for that. Like a world, like I think that would be so cool. Like, because like
I guess I'm pretty sure that rather than the first person I think about.
It's like, hey, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, it seems so easy.
Like that would be cool. Like to me, like this universe where like there is no light or dark side, right? There's no Republic, there's no Jedi. Like people are force sensitive, and like I would even say like,
and they're so far out of the outer rim that nobody can
Yeah, like-
sense or know.
like they don't have to like go back to like there's these force, like these people, like Planet force sensitive people where like the force senses are like shunned and like like maybe like almost like Stranger Things.
I would say that they're like not so much for me they're not shunned, but they don't know how to they're not fully developed. They don't know, like they know they can do certain things, but they just think that's normal. Until like somebody says like you can do fucking more. Somebody kind of pushes themselves to do more. So something happens. Usually something tragic happens. Tragedy happens and they're forced to use their power.
Do you ever watch those like I want to say they're games, right? I don't think I've ever actually played any of them. No, it's the games, like the old Republic games, and they had like those
the shooter ones when you're the clone trooper.
No, the old Republic.
Oh, like KOTOR?
Yeah, KOTOR. Like you watch those cinematics, and they had like these little stories that like they don't even relate to like the main squad, but like one of them was basically Stranger Things. It had like the girl and like she like was super force sensitive, and they like sent her away to a camp, and then she became like evil. Like that didn't seem like it had anything to do with the main family, but that seemed like an interesting story. And then there was the one with the brothers, and they were like twins, and then one got like damaged, so one of them had like that Vader looking face and a robot arm, and the other one didn't, and then they ended up getting one of the brothers killed the other brothers. Is anything ringing a bell?
No, I mean, I thought at first I thought you were thinking about Force Unleashed, because like the two, like, I thought they were like, because in Force Unleashed you have like the
young Vader apprentice.
Yeah, and
star.
then remember at the end of part 2, like no matter like, there's an option where you go to kill Vader and he comes out and kills you, like the apprentice, like the dark side apprentice.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying like I don't remember what these were. Like I want to say there were games based on these cinematics.
I don't remember those,
but they were really, really cool. I'm just saying like they just were so far removed from the main storyline, and like they might at some point like, oh, this, you know, like, you can probably draw a line like, oh, well, this person is really this person who's this person's brother.
Yeah.
And like, but it was like a cool like story. Like, oh, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Or like a universe where this kind of takes place, where they fight these wars and they fight these planets, and these planet gets taken over. Like they have these adventures, and it has nothing to do with Grogu, the Mandalore, Luke Skywalker, Palpatine. Like, because to me, like everything that we see in a lot of the Star Wars universe always goes back to, oh, are you a Jedi? Are you Sith? At the end of the day, right? Yeah. So like Acolyte, right?
You're forced into a box.
Yeah, like Acolyte. They basically at the end of the day, like, oh, we're both Sith working together, or like, oh, well, this is the path of the Jedi affected this, and as a result, we became like, yeah, that's cool, it's fun. Yeah, we've done this, right? We've already done this thing, path down to Sith, path down, like we did. The Clone Wars is basically how people become dark side, and then they really kind of fight, and they're really being manipulated by these greater powers. Like we've been here, like we fought the rebellion, we won the rebellion.
Yeah.
Let's move on from the rebellion. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, even if you had to go like Rey became the next Skywalker, and then 40,000 years in the future, we can go here. Like now we're in a new universe, right? Mm-hmm. Where this thing that we talk about, the Star Wars universe, those are like myths, legends, and like stories in the past that they talk about, and like, oh yeah, that's like the legend of the Skywalkers, and then they can like, you know, make little references, but they have like their own universe. Like, like I just think we need to move on. I don't know how to keep saying that. I just feel like, to me, that when they get down there and then I think it's Dave Filoni's fault, really. Someone needs it.
He's a biggest Star Wars like fan in the world next to like George Lucas. Like that's why he got. No,
I know. I'm just saying, like, I think someone needs to sit him down. Like, look, this whole like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader thing was cool.
I'm sure that it's hard to do. It's hard to bring in new characters that don't have some kind
I agree. So that's why I understand why when Star Trek keeps going back to the Federation, that's what they know best.
Yeah.
But they made it. I say they made it work. It just happened to work, right? I just think they took chances, and those chances, like, okay, looks like the audience is prepared. Like, because like I said, I've been working in Star Trek since fucking young days, right?
Yeah.
So it's my shit. So when they tried this new shit, I enjoyed it, but I can see a lot of people like, yeah, that's not my shit, right? Uh-huh. But I think they hit the very right notes where like the younger audience was like, yeah, this is kind of tight.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been into Star Trek, but if this was what Star Trek is, I'm kind of down. So I think they just got lucky, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Star Wars tried that, and then like I think Alcolite was like a trial run of that, and then they got, that woke blowback bullshit. So they're like, okay, we're not trying anything else.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I don't. It's hard to bring in a new character and not have them tied into some kind of character you already know, just for relatability, and so that your audience doesn't get turned off by having to try to learn a new character background, lore, what have you. Like, it's hard to do that. It's hard to bring somebody in that's interesting that isn't tied to a character that you already know. And it sucks because, like, yeah, well, Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, only Mandalorian because he looks like Boba Fett in either way.
Exactly.
But that's kind of just happened to be that way. I mean, but like, it's hard because you want to have a new character interesting. What makes him interesting? Do they have powers? Okay, well, they force sensitive. They have certain powers. To learn about having going back and trying to learn about why Jabba the Hutt is not force, like your persuasion from the Jedi don't work on him. Like he's just like he's too powerful, but like he's a big fucking slug. And I mean, you bring in new characters, but it's hard to make a new character interesting and have an audience that relate to that and like, oh yeah, I know him because I know them because they are like them or they are part of the same clan or whatever they may be. It's hard to do that and not interesting.
One thing they did really well, I mean, this was during the Clone Wars, but they had like a whole season where it was just mostly bounty hunters. And like, sure, like big Obi-Wan Kenobi was the one of the bounty hunters or something?
No, I was to say, what about the cartoon Clone Wars where it was just all, like the whole thing was just there's no talking at all. It was just all.
It was talking that.
No, there was one. I know what you're
talking about. I really like that. And then they like kind of like they just like overwrote that. Like, well.
Yeah, it was the one Jedi with like the green Jedi with like the like big black eyes, and he was doing shit, and it was like why like he didn't say much. He didn't say anything at all. It was mostly action. It was mostly like him going through his routine, whatever going through.
I think we're talking about different things. And
I'm not talking about CGI. I'm talking about the actual like.
No, it was a Clone Wars animation, right?
It was the actual cartoon, like the hand-drawn cartoon one.
Yeah, no, I remember it because it had at the end, it had Anakin kill General Grievous, I think, in the last episode.
Yeah, but there was an episode where I really enjoyed, but it was just so out of the norm. That's why I enjoyed it the most because he was just him, almost like a Samurai Jack episode. It was just quiet, like he was like it was action. There was like that kind of like you hear the action, but you didn't hear it. There's no talking.
I think I remember the show.
Limited talking, but he was
like one of those fish. I'm gonna say Jamaican fish dudes, but like
I believe so.
Yeah,
all I know is he was green. He had big black eyes.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Like I actually really liked that show.
You saw him in the movies too, as well.
Yeah, I actually really liked that show. I was kind of like shocked when they made the new Clone War because that came before the actual Clone War series.
You mean Bad Company?
Bad Company.
Bad Company. Bad Batch. Sorry, Bad Batch.
Oh, Bad Batch. I've actually never finished that. I should watch that. No, it was the cartoon you're talking about was like a Clone Wars.
Yeah. And
at the end, am I remember? Maybe we're talking about the same thing, but the last episode was, or they had a General Grievous who was like just kicking the Star Wars ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good show, and I know what you're talking about. He was like the squid Jamaican dudes, but they're like legit, like mostly all Jamaican. But nah, that was fun. Yeah, like they should even that like I don't know, they should like go after like the. Like there was a season of Clone Wars where it was just the bounty hunters, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just doing bounty hunters shit. I thought that season was great until they just brought it back. Like, oh, okay, by the way, we're gonna go kidnap Palpatine. Like seriously, like we throw all this shit, and I guess that's how they tied it in. But it was just like a fun season. Like, oh, this is the other side of like the Star Wars universe, like where they're just doing their own shit, where they care about their shit, and like then at the end, like okay, well we're just being financed to go kidnap the Palpatine. But yeah, I don't know. It was because I like Cad Bane, and he was like one of my favorite characters.
I do agree. I love seeing him in portrayed in I guess in real life.
I thought his live action was terrible.
Again, I don't. Why though? Why?
I just thought he looked like a.
He looked like Cad Bane. Like
he sounded like Cad. I thought he sounded cool, but he looked like a plastically like you know how those old '90s cartoons. We see like the aliens with the heads and like they're always green and they look like very plastic.
But he's
fake.
blue like you in the cartoon.
I thought his live action looked goofy. I think Cad Bane's one of the coolest characters in Star Wars. I thought his live action just just didn't fit.
He's almost like the Angel of Death cowboy.
Yeah. A nice hat.
Yeah.
No, I just think Star Wars should really. I mean, everybody has their own thought. I just think Star Wars needs to switch it up or something. I just don't think where they're at right now. Like this Mandalorian Grogu movie, I'm like, what? I'll probably go see it. It'll probably be a fun watch. It's probably not going to be memorable at all. That's how I feel like Star Wars
he's
is.
Going to talk a little bit in this movie, and he has this chainmail that Mando gave him. His armor. You know, at one point they're separated, so he has to go on his own and do his own thing. So, you know, it's just gonna happen.
It just feels like they're gonna retell the first season, and then he's gonna fall back in love with his little quote unquote son, new puppy.
Well, I'm sure they care for each other. He's not gonna die.
Yeah.
I think Mando's gonna die. I mean, that'd be kind of weird. For the first movie, Mando dies, and he goes by himself. But yeah, so.
What people care about? Baby Yoda. He's a real character. Call him.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So that was our Star Wars story extravaganza type of talk.
I mean, we're approaching like May the 4th. Like I don't know if this comes out. It either comes out the week of, or because May the 4th is like a Monday.
Probably the week before.
Yeah. So it would probably be the week. No.
Week of. The week of.
Yeah, this would come out week of. So yeah, the May the 4th will have just passed. And like they're releasing, coming out the Star Wars Celebration.
So if May the 4th on Monday, then this comes out May 6th, the day
Revenge of the Sith.
May the 6th. But also, I think the same day you buy tickets for
May the Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
So
we just come back to LA here. So that is.
So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
But would you go to it though?
I might. I mean, I do like the classic Star Wars era and all the things.
But knowing that how you love conventions and all the waiting and shit.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, what is it going to be like? Especially like one of those things like it's making this big comeback, and so everyone's going to be buying tickets.
There's always used to be Anaheim, Disneyland, because that's Star Wars.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to get tickets. I something I want to try out and see what it's like. So yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, hopefully you got your tickets today. If you did. If not, if you don't know, then get tickets right now for you. Go get your tickets. See if you can try to get them.
Probably sold out, man.
They probably will. Look online, you'll find them there.
It's not that it's not about Star Wars, but did you try buying the Olympic tickets?
Sure as fuck did not.
Okay, well it was a pain. So that's how tickets are.
Olympics?
I did. It cost me like $400, $500, and I bought I want to say either volleyball or badminton, like quarterfinals.
That was the one sport that was open to you to get, or the one you wanted to
see? I made the mistake, and I know I made this mistake. I had my ticket window was like the Friday through Sunday, right?
Okay.
Looked at the tickets on Friday. It's like, oh, cool, they have some tickets. But I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. Came Sunday, like shit. The tickets that were $27, which were like the nosebleed seats, sold out across the board.
Yeah.
Everything, pretty much like gymnastics, because we were looking at gymnastics, volleyball, swimming, basketball, athletics, which is like track and field.
No skateboarding?
Badminton, skateboarding. No, we weren't looking at that.
That's where I would go.
But we were looking at those different sports. So we're like, tickets for $20. Like, cool, we just buy a bunch of tickets to different events, travel around. Day of, like, oh, those tickets we're looking at, $4,000 for like ground seat tickets. Like, okay, there's like this one ticket, right? If you wanted, like, we were looking at closing ceremony tickets, $8,000 for 2 tickets. Athletic tickets sold out across the board. Gymnastic tickets, $600 each. So I think we eventually, like, after going all the tickets that hadn't sold out.
Yeah.
And
you agreed on going those two sports.
Badminton was like the only one that was, because like I didn't want to go to preliminaries. Like you're just watching some. I won't say nobodies, but you're watching the teams that like might not even medal. So we got a quarterfinals, which is like the match before the medals. So it was like the top 4 teams. I
thought it was Olympics. Quarter, then semi, then.
Okay, finals. Yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying it was like the people who at least placed. So these match should be good.
Yeah.
it still could be a blowout, but like you're not just watching the preliminaries where one team might just get blown out. So we were like the higher matches.
Yeah.
$200 of tickets. We're like, okay, look, we'll set up for it. Because the rest of the tickets were like way out there, and we're like, God damn it.
What is it going to be? I know it's in LA, but like what?
I don't even know. I just bought the tickets because it was at the point where like fuck, if I don't get these tickets now, by the time next week it's sold out. I just know it's in California. Some of those events were like out in fucking. So one of them is actually in Arizona.
Nice.
And one of them I think is in New York, and the other one's like I think the surfing might be. Anyway, you had to map it out because they weren't all.
Should be Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I remember. Did you know last Olympics surfing was in fucking Hawaii?
That's a good. That's a nice way to.
I think it was
tickets.
I think, like the last Olympics was in Tokyo or Italy or Paris. Was it Paris?
Paris.
But yeah, wherever it was last.
I know
they don't have a beach.
They had an issue with the water there because it was all dirty water.
Yeah, well that's that's right. It was because they were swimming in the ocean. Yeah, they don't have a beach.
Yeah,
to surf, so they had to do it in Hawaii. So yeah, the sports aren't always where you think they were. So we had to make sure. So the only sport that was nearby, that had reasonably priced tickets, that was a match we were interested in see was badminton. I like badminton. It's fun.
They go and say that parking will cost.
Oh God, man, I'm expecting it to be a nightmare. No. Parking. Driving.
That cost. You better get there the fucking day before.
No.
And walk.
We're taking public transportation. Fuck that shit. And that's going to be a nightmare too.
That, yeah.
But it's going to be better than fucking driving anywhere. I'm expecting this. I'm expecting 2028 July to be an all-out hellscape nightmare traffic. I would say if you could take a vacation, take it that time because it's going to be a fucking.
I would say that if you could rent a helicopter.
Yeah, seriously.
Rent something.
Because we're gonna basically have all of the world visiting Southern California.
Yes.
It is gonna be like the way if people talk about how Tokyo is overcrowded and over tourism. That's what LA is gonna be like for probably
also
2 months.
Imagine in those 2 weeks the Olympics go on. Imagine every theme park being overcrowded as well.
Oh God, every theme park. Every like popular like attraction. So even
people and places who don't have beaches, Huntington Beach, Redondo, Santa Monica, see everything right there. It's gonna be all fucked up.
Santa Monica Pier, Redondo Beach, anything with beach at the end. It's gonna be fucking wild. Fucking every Long Beach is gonna be fucking wild. I think Orange County is gonna be fucking wild. I think fucking Hollywood is gonna be fucking wild.
Oh yeah.
Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm shit is gonna be fucking packed. And like no one goes to Knott's Berry Farm now, but when that shit comes out, it's gonna be
when they see the price, prices are like a fucking quarter of Disneyland. Let's go there.
It is gonna be a nightmare. Oh, I can see it now. I actually
and there's Dre right in the middle.
Maybe because I'm a small business owner, I get these letters about things they need, so they're opening up like businesses for like if you want to do catering, if you want to sell like t-shirts
at the Olympics or like on the streets.
At the Olympics.
Okay,
this is like official from the Olympics. Yeah. I think because I'm a small business owner, they send it just out to businesses like, hey, 2028.
Sell your shit.
Yeah, things are popping, so they like send it out, and I was trying to go through it, and the only thing I kind of match was production, but I think they're expecting like CBS production, not like podcasting production. So I was like,
you want to rent your studio out here?
Yeah.
Rent this out. Rent the studio.
That would be fire.
Rent this out for the Olympics.
I can have a loose in here next to me. Chicken.
I'm aware she is. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Not that ice skating is part of the Summer Olympics, but close enough.
Hey, it's close enough. She's an Olympic star.
She could be rollerblading.
I know. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, it's just wild. But no, thank you for tuning in. Again, may the 6th be with you.
Revenge of the 6th.
Star Wars, again, I'm hoping for a new, like, because I see the Star Trek era. I didn't think I'd see, I thought Star Trek was pretty much dead after the last movie came out, Nemesis, which was terrible.
Paramount says, no, thank you. We're going to keep going. And
they actually, kind of made it fire again. I was like, okay, they are cooking with this shit. So I was, hoping that Disney would have by now done something. I mean, I do think Grogu's cute, not gonna lie, but it's just not there for me. It's just missing something.
Again, it's all Dre. I still enjoy Star Wars as Dre made.
And I'm happy you do it. I think we'd all deserve it. I think can be elevated from not only just me but you too. But yeah, whatever.
Trey has his I'm always right.
No, I think it can be elevated. I said you're happy, and I think we can. I just think it's dying, and to put it bluntly, I just want it to be better so we can all enjoy it. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. May the 6th be with you.
May the 6th.
There you go.
May the 4th be with you. That's what Trey meant to say. And
yeah,
back to back. I'm to be a Star Trek fan trying to say 2 Star Wars lines. It happens.
How's it go? It's hold on. It's May the 6th be with you.
My God. you get one of us. I'd rather be canceled than be getting attacked in the comments or
May
whatever.
the 6th be with you.
Yes.
There we go.
He's gaslighting. He's trolling right now. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and listening. Yes. The shocker. And so, yeah. Thanks for watching, listening on iTunes and Spotify. We're available. YouTube, we're here in video. Anyways, Friday with videos. A note. And anyway, we'll see you later.
Peace.